So for this week's class, we discussed media friends, and we read an article by Joshua Marrow. It's called From Distant Heroes to Intimate Friends, which kind of talked about how the whole relationship with media and viewers evolved over time. Before we discuss media friends, we have to go back in time and see how this all became about, the relationship between celebrities in the media and people who would view them. And that began in the early days of cinema, when people would go to the movie palace, watching silent films, and see these actresses and actresses larger than life on screen, and they'd be in awe of them. And this is the first sign that we have of a media hero, which is a little different from media friend, because a media hero, in the early days, you couldn't really gain access to talking to them and figure out more about their lives, so you wouldn't really have a personal relationship, but people would think of them as heroes because of who they were and how prominent they were in society. So the incorporation of sound in movies took away from the mysterious aspect of these actors and actresses who we only knew for their facial expressions and gestures. Now we could hear their voices, and after hearing their voices, this is where the real media-friend relationship really begins to grow. Once hearing their voices, people began to come closer and want to find these actors and actresses and watch things that they were in, exclusive because who they were, and it doesn't matter in the movie, just the fact that they were playing in them. And this brought along the relationship where news outlets would talk to celebrities and things like that, and celebrities would give them information about their lives, and then that would pass on to people who followed them. So once we have these immediate friends and have incorporated them into our lives, we feel a sense of bond with them. And we can, even when we're watching their videos on, say, YouTube or on television, and we see them on there, we feel a very close relationship and a very intimate satisfaction with them. And sometimes watching media friends can even be almost a more happy encounter than it is with real friends. Not to say that it's taking away from having real friends, but sometimes it's a lot easier, and relationships sustain much longer with a media friend than they do with some of the people you'll meet in college and high school, per se. For my video for this, my media friend that I'm focusing on is Dom Mazzetti, who has a channel on YouTube with 1 million+ subscriptions called Bro Science Life.
Out in front of your mirror space. If there wasn't a mirror, there's a chance you might not have seen me working out behind you. But I know you see me working out behind you. You know how I know this? Because you're standing in front of a fucking mirror. Superset. Some of these. And before your selfish ass got here, I can see me too. I can see my pump, my glory, and my future. Now all I can see is your back fat and the reason your daughter's on Daredevil. Fucking superset.
So as you can see in Dom Mazzetti's videos, he's a very upbeat, charismatic individual, and this kind of gives a sense to his YouTube followers of who he is as a person. Even though he is somewhat acting and he is not taking the whole thing serious at all times, that's not what people love him for. They love him for who he is and how energetic and how the emotions that he shows while lifting and going through his videos and stuff like that. And this is where people really begin to form a bond with him. They see him going out, doing these things, and they're like, oh wow, this guy's a really great person. I would love to be friends with him in real life. And there's actually commenters who say things like, LOL, oh my god, I love this guy. I want to go and have a beer and pick up chicks with him. Or someone else was said, damn bro, I wish I could have a workout session with Dom. Haha bro, it's funny as hell. I've watched all his videos. And this is really where people are starting to talk to Dom. They post on his comments and try to let him know how much they love his videos. And they feel like a sense of interaction that they could be good friends with this person, all just from watching his videos and seeing who he is as a person.
People ask me if I believe in God. I'm looking at him.
Yeah!
So another thing that Dom has done to create a better relationship between him and his followers is that every couple weeks or so he comes out with a video called Ask Your Brofessor Anything. And he takes questions that people send him via Twitter or email and stuff, and he answers them.
Let's hit these Twitter questions before I fucking max out on life. At Deswal Estasian asks, how should I encourage my bros to start lifting? Okay, Deswal, this isn't about encouragement. Getting you bros to lift isn't like gently coddling a girl into going in the ocean. It's the ocean. This is why you came to the beach. I shouldn't have to describe to you why going in the ocean is enjoyable. And the same goes for the gym. If you want your bros to start lifting, all you gotta do is bring them to the gym and lift arms or chest with them once. And if they don't want to lift after this, then there's nothing more you can do for your bros. Other than, bring them to the kill shelter and have them put down humanely. They don't want to lift. At this point, they're just taking up space. So you might as well just have them, euthanized.
And my favorite Dom Mazzetti video, Locker Room Etiquette, he actually hits upon a lot of points of things I see at the gym all the time, especially with old people.
The locker room is a sketchy place. It's like the subway after midnight. Most likely you're gonna be alright, but you never know who's gonna pull the dick out. Keep all human interaction to a minimum. You don't want to accidentally start a conversation with the ass-naked 45-year-old divorced dude whose kids hate him. Bro, I see you here every day, and I never see you in the weight room. Are you just here to creep everybody out? Do not start a conversation with me when your dick is out. Now is not the time to tell me how much you love Dexter. You sure this can't wait till you put away your skin slinky? Got a couple of supplements here. I'm gonna take all these. No, fuck, you gotta take all these. Somebody gonna pick these up, these all are empty. Who took my supplements? Who took my supplements? Don't be the naked dude.
As you can see, everyone can relate to this. It's the way I've always had a time where we've seen that old person in the gym with no towel on and just kind of waving everything around, and you're just like, wow, I need to get out of here. Why are they doing this? Like, I'm not trying to strike a conversation with you. And Dom Mazzetti finds those things that everyone can relate to, and it makes them hilarious, and that's what everyone loves him for and feels so close to him with, because they've been through these exact same things. So YouTube has taken the concept of Media Friends and brought it to the whole new level. We now have access to watching our favorite YouTubers' channel whenever we want, just by taking out our phone from our pocket and viewing any of their old videos or new videos. And we can do this at any point in time. And the way we watch it has really created a one-on-one sort of intimate relationship where we, the viewer, feel as if that YouTuber is talking directly to us. And when they're talking directly to us, we feel a very intimate interaction with them that creates a sense of joy, and we always know that we can go back to it and find it no matter what, because they stay the same in all of their videos, and they're always going to be that same charismatic person that they are. And Dom Mazzetti does a great job of showing this. In all of his videos, he's the same, and people know that when they're going to watch him, that they're going to get the same thing and get that same genuine feeling every time. And that is what keeps the relationship close. Although Dom Mazzetti may not act the way he does in real life, as in his YouTube videos, that doesn't matter. We only know him for who he is in those videos, and that is what creates this media friend. We see him and know who he is, and that's what we love about him. And that is what a media friend is all about, knowing who someone is in our minds and having that feeling of security to know that they're always there no matter what happens.
What would you think if I sang out a tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me?